Good morning, Wendy Antonucci here for Cocoa Daisy, and I have the August kit in front of me. As you know, I like to go through and pick the papers that match my pictures. So these were the pictures that I picked for this paper, one of the exclusives from Cocoa Daisy, and the exclusives for this month are just amazing. So I would suggest getting an extra set of them because they're so fun to work with. But anyway, I thought they would look really neat, kind of like bubbles with these pictures from the water slide that we have. And then the final picture of our family. So I really like this together. And in my mind, this is going to become a layout. So this for me is called my photo block. I start with my photos and I just assemble them however I'm seeing them. To me, it is the basis of your page. And if you have a good photo block that tells your story, the decorating is just fun. This is what you want to get down. This is what will bring back memories. This, your title, and some journaling. This is what it's really about. So I focus on this part first. Now, to bring in the slide feel and to bring in a little bit of kind of a solid area where I can add some extras, I was looking at some of these papers. I saw this black one and I thought that might really look good. Let me show you what I saw. I would cut it on a diagonal, I was thinking. And see how bold that makes that? So I really like that idea. So that's one design choice. The other one that I was looking at is saying that we were going into the water, putting a green piece underneath here. I don't think I want that, but anyway, you get the idea. And while the black is bolder, I like how that stood out. I'm not sure that the green isn't a better representation of what I'm trying to document here, and that was a pool trip for us. So you have two choices there. Either or both of them are fine. I had actually even tried, let's see here, this white side also. But as you can see, that didn't really help my story and was a little bit busy. Although again, I like it, but it wasn't what I was going for. So I would love to hear your thoughts on whether you would go for this green piece or this black piece, because either in my mind are going to make a really good layout. I really like how it pops. So at the moment, even though I think the green is a better choice for a pool one, I like how this pops. So at the moment, I'm going to build it with the black. My next piece of my layouts is always some sort of title, sentiment, something of that sort. Sometimes a die cut will grab my eyes, but usually I'm going to go for these next. So I'm going to start looking, and that would look really neat just like that. And then that kind of, it's not too much black then, because without that, it's a little bit much, but it's very stunning. And then that, I like that very much. And it kind of, you see the bubbles here and the bubbles there. So that's a good choice. So I'm going to leave that one right there so I don't forget. And I just like to look through the cards and see if there's anything that jumps out at me. That would work well, except we live in Florida. Summer never leaves here. Sometimes I wish it would, but anyway. That looks good, but nope, that's the wrong date. So now I'm going to go to the smaller cards. I'm going to move this to the side because I really do like it. But I just go through the cards looking for pieces, like I could stick this in up here. Let's see here. Maybe there, so I could tell our story. That might work well. I really like this saying. It was on one of the KaiserCraft pages, the cut aparts. I really like that. So I'm going to try to get that in there. That's just a pretty color. I don't know if it tells the story really, but again, I like it. Remember the little things? That would be great here, because this was just a day sneak away that we did. That would work, but nothing really that helps me. This is all of us. This one would be a really nice one also, but it seems somewhat small. I mean, I could put it there, and then I would probably take out that green. It works, but I'm not liking how that sits there. So I'm not thinking I'm going to be able to go with a 3x4 card. That kind of looks nice up there, possibly, not sure. A venture would be cool, but again, I don't like the size. So I think what I'm going to have to look for is a horizontal one. So let's just look through these cards. Aren't these cards amazing? I think I need to start getting 2 sets of the Day in the Life kit. They're my favorite, and I haven't even begun to start my project life for the month, so I'm going to need those cards again, but I just keep using them on here. Dream it, plan it, make it happen. Okay, so I like the horizontal better. I don't think you'd be able to read it enough to make, although over there it looks pretty neat. What do you think? Maybe on that right here? So let's move this out of the way from them. I don't know. Not really liking it. Looks neat, but just not quite there. And this is how I go about I just page through things until I find something that I think either tells my story. That'd be fun to cut out and add down here. Yes, I like to fussy cut a lot, so that would be a great option to fussy cut. But so this is my next thing that I do. I personally love this. I think this was probably the best choice. So let's see here. We're going to go for, it's looking kind of like this at the moment. I do want this, remember the little things, and I could easily put it down there. You see how it ties in with the yellow life jackets, and I can attach it right here to this card, so that'll look good. I could easily have this here because there's, it just fits in well. But I do like the idea of possibly making a pocket here, maybe one of those glassine bags. I don't have one right here, but to hold that so I could keep my story but be able to move it in and out. I like this, but it's too white. There's too much white here now, so this isn't going to be able to fit. If I cut this out, see how there's going to be too many big things, so that's not going to go there. This is too tall this way, so I don't think that'll work there either. Okay, so we're going to put that aside. So that was my first thing I did. I go through my cards, I find a sentiment or something that makes it, tells my story. There are some of these, so very blessed. I like that one, and I could add the black up here to kind of balance the black on the bottom. So that might be a good choice. So I'm going to set that aside also. So I've got a few things set aside that at the moment they don't fit in, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to fit in. It just means they're not there yet. Okay. The next thing I head to is our wonderful stash of die cuts. And I love how much we've been getting lately with the fancy pants kits. That is my favorite thing to use. I was going to say I don't have a need for feathers, but that looks kind of cool there. So maybe I do have a need for feathers. I think that might add in to the feeling of moving and motion. So I might use that. Now, if I use feathers, I don't think I'm going to use these. And personally, I think the feathers are a better choice, which for me is unusual. I don't normally go for feathers. I don't know why I like that there. There's definitely no red in here, so that would be a weird thing, but I don't know. I kind of like that. So I'm going to move that to my who knows pile. So I just page through these things looking for something that might fit. I like the heart, so I'll probably put that there. This little wreath of flowers. Could easily fit in. I don't know if I want to bring in a floral element, but if I did, it'd probably be right about there. And that looks really nice. The other thing I might consider doing there is a doily. That might also work. Add a little bit of white and frilliness. So anyway, so we have some more hearts. I don't know if I want to add too many of those. That's a little, there's a cute little red flower to match. This isn't going to work. Dream big, doesn't really, I mean, you could do it, but I don't think it fits this page really. That's kind of cute. Maybe, maybe in there, I don't know. But again, I want my notes to be able to come out, so that might get in the way there. But I guess I could scoot it up a little bit. I don't know. So that's a possibility. Balloons, no, doesn't fit. I love the flowers, but I'm trying to save them, and a pool layout is probably not where I need them, although it would look great there. All right, let's see here. So I just page through until I go through my stuff until I find things that fit my theme or fill in a dead space. All right, no, we don't need a balloon. That's too much white on white, but I could stick that up here because the flowers would balance out. I like that, but I don't think I want something that big down there. We already had the dark thing going on. Don't think we need, well, I don't know, that's kind of cute with two clouds, isn't it? Alrighty, so this is great, but again, I'm just hoarding it. It'll probably not end up on anything because I'll hoard it the whole time. It would definitely go well, and it definitely fits this fun day we had, but do you hoard or do you use? I tend to hoard. What about you? I'm thinking this looks actually pretty good. Now I have to cut some strips off and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a few minutes and glue everything down and come back and look at some finishing touches. But you can see right now this layout is just about done. It's going to need some journaling. It doesn't actually even need a title because of this. That's works well for a title, and I'm not good at titles, so that'll be perfect. I don't know if I want to cut the paper on a diagonal or just leave it covered up by the pictures and to give that illusion. Okay, so I will be back with the finished product in just a little bit. Stay tuned. All right, and I am back. So here is the finished page using green. Everything's down. I added this in. Here's the little glassine bag and my Project Life card with my writing on it. So there's this. I liked it a lot, but I then wanted to show you this option. So I haven't glued the bottom down yet, so I can easily move this around. So there's that. This no longer works down there, so I put it up there. What do you think? I'm leaning towards the black. I like how it pops. I think with the green down here and the green here, it was a little too much. So here is my finished page, I think. I would love to hear whether you like the green or the black. And I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope that you have been able to get all the kit that you would like. Here is the Day in the Life kit. This was in there. Actually, I don't remember what was what. These are the Fancy Pants ephemera that was in the main kit. And, of course, the papers. So everything is amazing this time. And this is one of the exclusive papers. So I'd probably get a few of those because they're amazing. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you again next month. Thanks for joining me. Bye.